One of the reasons I'll be sharing here my stories is because that I believe that my journey didn't end 4 years ago when I had first serious surgery, and later in March this year second, is that I stayed here to share the message and to tell my stories that are real experiences. So to someone who is maybe not a believer, help to face his own challenges easier. I always believed in God, but I wasn't strong in faith as I am now after everything that I went through. So I'll share one of the stories. This was when I was in emergency in intensive care room. I was there first time 10 days, second time 5 days, and this was in March this year when I was there. Second day, they brought younger woman in her early 30s. She tried second time suicide. She did it with a whole bunch of pills. I heard from the stories that she had a little daughter, and that was so sad too, because I in other cases mind my own business, and I don't watch on others' lives or stories, because I have work in my own and I stick to my business. But I couldn't avoid it because my bed was next to the window, and I watched her parents come and go and pray God that she survives. But she was in a very bad place. She wasn't responsive. They tried to bring her back to life 3 days. But what's interesting, and I literally felt that the night before she will leave this physical plane, I literally felt the presence of something that will take her away. That wasn't her spirit, that was some guide, some form of guide. I couldn't see nothing, but it was like some kind of a form, like some shape in the air, because lights there were darker, but I could literally feel that there is something that is waiting for her. She was completely unaware of what's happening. Uh, Nurses and doctors really tried their best to help her, and in the early morning the next day she passed away. They tried to bring her back many times. They were even called some older doctor that is best in his job. He did whatever he could. I saw all that and all the struggle and them trying to bring her back, but she was not even planning to come back. So that's one of the stories and one of my experiences where you can literally sense something. I was always person who can feel subtle energies, but after my near-death experiences and after I lived through, I am now even more in tune with spiritual realm and with all that things that are not visible. I now know, after reprogramming my mind and after doing the inner work almost every day, where that comes from. I wasn't always in a place of feeling secure when I was a kid, and that caused me to develop that urge to predict God, because people say that worry will make you try to predict God. So I always was interested in everything that's not seen. I was always interested in how planets work. I adore astrology. I always wanted to know how subtle energies work. And later I found out that Earth and life is school to learn how to manipulate energy. Because when you think about everything in life is negotiations. And if nobody teaches you how to negotiate, you will sell yourself short. Why you will sell yourself short? In most of the cases, that's because you don't think that you're worthy. You settle for less than you should settle for. Nobody told you that you should have high expectations, high standards. Now we are living in a time where that awakening is bigger than it used to be, but still, there are many who are completely unaware of how much worthy and deserving they are, just in exchange for them being them. Me, I never knew that I'm worthy and deserving for being me, that I don't have to prove that to anyone, that I don't have to chase anything, that all that comes from resistance and from not believing in myself. But after all these experiences, I knew before that something was off, but I couldn't detect it. And with this perspective and with that knowing and with this experience, I tell you, first have faith. Invite God, higher power, infinite intelligence in every challenge that you have, and you will see how easy everything's literally comes to place with least effort from your side. The power that created you knows the best all the answers for you. So never ask what I can do in a situations, ask how God can help.